Nearly every Monday all year long. We have started our week off on the right note, right mindfully, with our Monday meditation segment, and this week will mark our final one for 2022. For those who celebrate, yesterday marked the beginning of the Jewish holiday known as Hanukkah, and while this is a time to celebrate, it can also be a great time for practicing mindfulness.
Absolutely. And so let's say good morning one final time this year to Nicole Walter. She's our certified meditation instructor and also, of course, the owner of Ahava Collective over in Greensboro. Nicole, as always, it's a pleasure to have you.
Hi, good morning. I can't believe we've already reached this time of year again.
I know, it feels like it's kind of flown by in a sense.
Yes.
And I know a lot of people are waking up excited this morning because it is the Hanukkah holiday. Can you sort of just give a little bit of backstory and share a little bit more about the details behind the holiday for those who may not celebrate or don't know at this time?
Yes, so my family and I observe the Hanukkah holiday, and actually the word Hanukkah translates to dedication. So it's a story of triumph for the Jewish people when our temple was deconstructed, and with what seemed like few people and limited resources, we were able to reconstruct our place of worship. And so it's just a really great thing to use to translate into how we can look at our own lives and, using everyday miracles and seeking out everyday miracles to really create a light within ourselves. Because ultimately what happens is the more we create light within ourselves, we're able to illuminate that light and pathway for other people to follow.
Well, how can we use holidays in general as a way to practice mindfulness?
Yeah, I think pretty much all holidays, but of course, I think any day is a great day to really utilize reflection. So the tool that I really like to use often is writing, journaling. It's actually a form of meditation. And with, certain prompts, we're able to really focus in and reflect on, things from the past that help us with today and help us to move forward for the future ahead. And we're able to pick up on these bits of resilience that really remind us that we're a lot stronger than we usually think that we are. And we actually have more resources than we feel that we do sometimes.
Really good reminders there, Nicole. Now, for people who maybe just don't have enough motivation to pick up the pen and put it to the paper, we keep saying, okay, we'll do it. This is a goal of ours, but there's something that keeps stopping them. What would be your word of encouragement?
So my word of encouragement for that would be, maybe you just don't like writing. So maybe finding another outlet. So this is when community is very important. Creating these conversations. Like, imagine you're with people during the holiday season that you might not normally see throughout the year. Bring this up, bring up a topic like, hey, what miracles have you all noticed in your lives this year? Let's go around the table and share about that. Or, what's something that we can, bring to focus for the year to come? What's a goal that you want to focus on? And when we create that conversation in community, we're really inspired, and that synergy is so powerful that we're able to kind of use this collective energy to kind of boost us in the right direction, so to speak.
And Nicole, if you are into journaling, those writing prompts, are some of those questions the same as well when you are sitting in your, maybe your quiet spot and taking a few minutes to write things down?
Yeah, absolutely. Just even if it's just a few sentences, just when you take a little break during the day, just simply asking yourself, what am I most grateful for? What is something that brings a lot of light into my life? What's something that I want to do to help bring light into others' lives? And just writing those down, it just helps with, what I like to call brain power.
I like these. What miracles have I experienced during difficult times? You mentioned that one as well. And then trying to cultivate new miracles in each other's lives. I like these. And then the last one we have on the screen, Nicole, how can I bring about miracles in the lives of others?
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one, right? Because
Yes.
it doesn't have to be selfish, right? This intentionality is actually a selfless act, would you say?
Yeah, absolutely. I also think that reframing the way that we perceive the word miracle, and sort of creating more empathy within ourselves. So one thing that I really am dedicated to for the upcoming year that I'll share with all of you is I really want to be intentional about meeting people in communities that I don't typically introduce myself. So a lot of times when we're out in a community setting, we tend to gravitate towards people that we feel more comfortable around, people that we're
Right.
familiar with, who we know. So I really think, to me, like small miracles are made with small connections because you never know what is going to evolve out of a simple, kind conversation or introduction of yourself to another person. And that's what I mean by creating this light, like helping illuminate our own light ultimately creates that pathway for other people to do the same.
Beautifully said, Nicole. Thank you for joining us as always. We will see you in 2023. Happy Hanukkah to everyone who celebrates as well. And for folks at home, her Instagram and her website information is on the screen now. Be sure to give her a follow.
And
All
keep up,
righty.
yeah.
Yes, and always keep up with Nicole's resources. We always love to see her.